Oh, what an adventure! Get lost with Google Maps. Good afternoon, YouTube. Beautiful Sunday morning, 32 degrees, or 33 it's going to get today. Now, most of you know, most of my subscribers and people that follow all my videos, and my camping ones, know how crook the missus was. And it was a waterborne virus, quite a nasty one, a little bit in the family of the amoebic meningitis ones, except it attacked the bowel and could actually cause Crohn's disease. But we caught it in time and got it sorted. So, and we don't know, I got a fair idea where it come from, and I don't think it was from us, our water. But what we're doing right now is, because I always filter everything that goes into my tank, so what we're doing right now is we've emptied all the trailer. I've taken this water filter out because we're putting a different one in. Thirsty Camel water filters. We're going to put a set of those in on this grey board here. We've just emptied the tanks, all the tanks, hot and cold tanks, everything. And this is a sterilizer that goes in here. Okay, what we're going to do is fill the trailer, fill all the system up, make sure all my water pipes are full because I've emptied all those, make sure the hot and cold on that side is all full of that chemical, and that's just going to sit in the trailer. And before we use the trailer next, we've got to flush the tanks twice, and there should be nothing left alive in there. So we've got the tanks full of sterilisation stuff, and before we go on holiday we'll just pump all that out. We even gave the trailer a bath, but yeah, we'll pump all that out before we go on holidays, flush the tanks twice, and then fill them up using the new water system. Now, these are the sort of filters I have been using to fill up out of town water supplies. They're not good, people, okay? There's no certifications to go along with them. They're just sold on eBay. They're as cheap as chips. And look, at cost, well, first of all, when my wife got sick, we were 8 hours away. We were 3 days into our camping trip. We were about 8 hours away, and she got really, really sick, and we had to wait for a few days, and it wasn't getting better. And then I had to race her home, and then took her to the doctors. I mean, just the tests alone, just one test alone cost $100, okay? So, and then there was the medical treatment, and look, it's just not worth it, people. Don't risk your health or your life on crappy water filters, okay? So I've started the build in here, and we've got this is a 6 litre a minute, okay, UV light protector in here, and then there's going to be 2 filters here and a pump sitting here that goes up to 55 psi. At 55 psi, the filter system I'm getting will do 4 litres a minute, so it's well suited for that UV N treatment. Is that necessary? Probably not. These filters are pretty damn good, okay? But I've got it, so I'm going to use it. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you inside, show you where I'm buying these from, which ones I'm buying. Everyone, okay, we're inside now. I just wanted just to do a quick search. ABC News, whoops, I got new, let's put news there. And we'll do this search again. Okay, now the ABC News has picked up. Look, there's a lot of communities out there in Western Australia, South Australia, anywhere outback Australia, whose water is not being treated properly, and people like Ziggy and I, who actually go out to these places and like to go out into the desert communities. When we're out of water, sometimes we stop in these communities, talk to the elders, ask if we can fill up our water tanks, and we're not sure where she got the virus from. We just aren't sure, okay? Like how would we be? It's in tap water, it's in everywhere, because a lot of the systems just aren't working right. They're poorly maintained. Bearing that in mind, Ziggy and I have done a lot of research. We've looked at a lot of water filter systems, short of desalination plants, which actually take everything out of the water and then you've got to put it back in again to make it drinkable. We found this Thirsty Nomad site. Now, I'm not being sponsored. Let me make that 100% clear, okay? Now, this site here is very, very good. The guy is actually a water scientist. He's an expert. He's a bit of an expert, okay, in water filters and water filter systems. And it's just a typical site. You get pop-ups. Now, I do have permission to show this site because some of this stuff's like, the brand names and all that sort of stuff. These photos, for instance, they're probably all copyrighted. So I did ring them and got permission. Now, this is the kit we're going to be getting, this one here. Look, our bills were a lot more than that. Let's just put it straight out there, okay? To get Ziggy back and healthy and well again, it cost, look, just one of the tests she had to do. This was just a test, was already $100. So anyway, this is the system we're going with. Now, we did a lot of research. That you just look, there's a lot of cheap water filters on eBay, and you just can't rely on what they say, okay, because they're not backed up with anything. They can say anything, okay. So the first filter in line is this one here, okay, and this is the bore water and sediment filter. Now, a lot of water in Australia, especially inland Australia, does come from bores. Okay, now in those bores you can have sewage, animal waste. You can read this for yourself. Okay, arsenic's a big thing, especially in Western Australia, where you've got all the old mine sites, and they all used arsenic treated timbers in the mine sites, and that goes back 100 years or so. So all that's seeped into the groundwater supply as well. And this basically goes through, let's understand about Australia's bore water, and it explains all about the bore water. And a lot of the granulated activated carbon filters, they're just not worth buying because they don't do anything, okay? This is a 5-in-1 system, okay? So that's it. So before it even, as it comes out of the tap or the water pump or whatever you're filling your water tank out of, it goes through this 5-stage filter system. Okay, it's a 5-in-1 purifier. Okay, and I'll show you more on that in a minute. It comes with a couple of spare cartridges, and I think it's good for just over 4,000 litres of water each cartridge. All right, then we go to the second water filter. This is the second water filter. And this is the really, really good one that just polishes the water. This is good for 7,500 litres. Okay, this is what it's got in it. It's got a 5-micron activated carbon fibre block, a 1-micron activated media, filter media, all right, a 0.001 micron quantum disinfection media. All right, now he just doesn't state it kills 99.99% of bacteria, viruses, all that sort of stuff, okay? It is actually backed up, okay? And that's basically what this filter looks like. All right, and then over here, you can click on here. Now, this has all been certified for Australia and New Zealand certifications. And the results and the tests are all on this page. All right, and they're the E. coli results, the quantum disinfection lab results. There's the Australia, New Zealand 61 certificates, and there's Australia, New Zealand 42 certificate. You won't get that on eBay, okay? You're not going to see it, all right? So I would suggest, before you even think of traveling Australia in your caravan or your camper trailer, you invest in one of these, because we are, after our last experience and how sick my wife got, look, it was really, really worrying. It was a very stressful time, and I'm thankful that she's all good and healthy again. Obviously, I had a problem. I didn't realise water filter systems were so important, especially if you're taking them out of taps in towns. But they are, okay? They really, really are. You just have to do a quick a quick search. All right. Anyway, there you go. What you do is up to you, as always. I'm just making a recommendation from our hard-learned experience. And hey, keep safe, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye for now. And yeah, if you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you found it really informative, comment. Or even if you didn't find it informative, the comments really help us. Okay, bye for now, everyone.